So this is my second trade on pound CAD, another short trade. I was just taken out just a couple minutes ago, so I'm going to do the recap right now while it's still fresh. I took a -1 and I'll show that too in this video so you can see my thought process. So on the daily, again, we're in just about the same spot. I've evolved this. This was here. I believe my entry was right on this day, one of these two. So this is evolved now on the daily. This entry was taken on the 1 hour. You can see it better on the 15 minutes, so I'll show that in a minute. But my last trade right here was a -1. Same idea. This just continued. We had an ascending within ascending, and I took it on the break. That one, like I said before, had I had a wider stop, I could have stayed in, but that's irrelevant. It was a loss. But it continued to evolve and started looking much better. So I'm going to show it on the 15-minute, just because later on it evolves a bit differently. And you can see here where I got taken out. So this entry was set at in the evening, and it took a little while. I actually did get tagged in here just by less than a pip, and somewhere in the night, at this point, let's see here, not yet. I didn't get into any profit until about 1 a.m. So when I got up this morning, it would have been right about here, and I was already in 2% profit. So I moved my stop loss right to 1%, and it remained that way for a couple hours and still until this second top here, and we see how we're descending. So I moved it down, and it wasn't until this point till I watched the Wednesday market review, even though he had it out probably around this time before this trade even went. So I was glad that I saw that and saw that Mark was in the same trade. And then as we moved, I actually moved my stop loss to pretty much the exact same position he did. And then what I was watching for right here was to scale in. And this is at the present time. And I thought I missed an opportunity here because we had the 15-minute hover, but it didn't look clear. What I was thinking was, something like this, but then you'd have to have a 50 or 60 pip stop, and that's no good especially for this situation. So I'm glad I didn't keep my stop loss at 1% because I would have been taken out there. I got an extra, it ended up being 1.47% profit. So really happy with that trade. And with this impulse, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I was still looking to enter, and we'll see how the 1 hour shapes up. But I doubt we're going to get an expanding entry here. So it might come up to another touch either on the daily, or possibly the best scenario for me, and I'm actually going to draw this in now, would be impulse up around here, but then to correct again and give us the same sort of entry. We have our ascending within ascending and another entry right there. So we'll see if that formulates, and we'll go from there.